Hi there, this is Jacob Landis-Eichste, JacobLEVideoProduction.com. In this tutorial, I'm going to go into Instagram hashtags, how small businesses and entrepreneurs can be using these to reach more customers, reach more clients, grow their channels. They're a very powerful tool. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, click the bell to be notified. I come out with a ton of tips and tutorials on how small and medium-sized businesses can use digital marketing and video marketing to grow their business. Anyway, let's get started right away. So hashtags are a great way, especially early on, for new people to find your content. And I'll give an example. Today is Thursday. So I'm going to search Throwback Thursday. And you can see there's 470 million posts using this hashtag. So if we go there, these are the top posts right here. And, by searching this, I'm able to see these posts. They're now in front of me. I could like them, I could comment on them, but if I click follow for this hashtag, which probably a lot of people are following this one, then when I'm just scrolling through my feed in the months ahead, I'll get some of the top posts shown to me. So I'll be able to like and comment and follow. So being in this top spot is incredibly valuable. It is incredibly important. And if I were to use this with my channel, or if you're a new channel trying to use this hashtag, the chances you're going to be in the top posts is very, very small. So, if we search Throwback Thursday, TB Thursday has a lot less, 1 million. Throwback Thursday with the monkey, kind of like embarrassed face, that is 37,000. So we may be able to rank for that. If we click here, you always want to look at the type of post that does well. It seems like Instagram does a good job of making sure they're at least somewhat similar. So anyway, we don't want to just rank for random ones. We want it to be targeted to what our customers or clients would be interested or searching. Like for me, let's say digital marketing would be something that a lot of my potential customers or clients may be interested in or following. So if I search digital marketing, this one has a lot of posts, and we can see the ones that are in the top have quite a few likes and comments, 700, 1600, 2100. And we can kind of see the type of content that works well, certain quotes or, different kind of infographics or content like that. There's a little bit of variety, but, we're able to see what is ranking, so we can think about, using this hashtag with posts that are somewhat similar. And this one, they're somewhat aligned. Some of them, there's a very clear visual style that people go with. So for me, social media marketing is a really good one. It has 7.4 million posts. However, this one right here has the little gem attached to it. You can see this one has a very clear, distinct visual style to it. And it has 35,000 posts, which is a lot easier to rank for. It may be hard if you're just starting out, but is a lot more in the range of what is possible. There's ones with 100 likes on here in the top, so somewhat competitive. However, I have ranked #1 for this one on several different occasions, and I'll show you one of my posts that ranked for that kind of fit with this style, that did incredibly well. So this one right here was #1 for that at one point. And fun fact, Instagram posts with emojis get 15% higher engagement. So I use my 11 hashtags, and this is really important. I actually went into each of these hashtags right after I posted, and also like 15, 20 minutes later, to see what I was ranking for. and I have this spreadsheet going. Anytime I rank for a search term I'm trying for in the top post, I will write it down. And if there's something I've tried for over and over, and maybe it, only has a limited number of posts and I'm not even getting close to ranking, I'll put it in the reject one and I'll stop using that again. You do want to be using a business account and not a personal account. Instagram doesn't want you posting all business stuffs on a personal account. It also makes it a little unclear if it's just a personal profile or actually a business company name. And with a business account, you're able to get a whole lot of analytics. So for example, I'm going to pull up this one here on Instagram posts with emojis, get 15% higher engagement. Under View Insights, that's what I'm pulling up right now. And you do want to look at profile visits or website visits. So this had really good engagement, but also not quite as many website visits. So you want to keep track what sends people to the website, what gets more engagement, include a variety of those. This one had a particularly high number of views from the hashtags that I was using. Normally I'll get closer to 100 or 150. This one had 454 people finding it from hashtags. So it won't tell you the exact specific hashtags, but you can see the different ones I was using. I think the biggest one was the social media marketing gem. I was ranked number 1 for that one. And I'd gone in, so I have some idea. Definitely the social media marketing is one I want to continue to use. You don't want to use the exact same ones every single time. Instagram doesn't like that. They want it to be a little more tailored to the post. So it's good to have sort of a list built up that you can pull from, or you can even do kind of hashtag groups around certain types of topics or content. For motivational quotes, you can have a group you use with that specifically and have that be a quarter of your post, but you just don't want to be using the exact same ones every single time because that's not friendly with the Instagram algorithm. So just going into those insights every time, seeing how many people are finding things through that, and also seeing which ones you're actually ranking for, you can build up a list of really effective ones over time. And it's not just about the number of people, it's about the right people. That's why I recommend a lot of local businesses use hashtags specific to their area. So one's Denver videographer, Denver video production, Denver entrepreneur. For real estate, you may want to think, what are people going to be following who would be interested in buying a house? It could be people who recently got engaged, hashtag Denver engagement, hashtag move to Colorado, things like that you can be using. But not only do you want to use them yourself, you want to be following these hashtags, because like video marketing, I'm following this one. It'll pop up in my feed so I can be liking and I can be commenting, but I can also see who is leaving comments on this, and I could potentially engage with these people. You definitely want to see if there's any questions, and you can answer these questions. And even just inspiration, you can see what's working well. You don't want to just exactly copy anyone, but you can really see the type of posts people respond to, what's getting a lot of comments, what the feedback is, learn more and more about your audience. And really, I think my big tip just on the overall strategy, it's very useful to get in front of more people. You want to think about getting in front of the right people, but you want to think about serving your audience and starting a lot of conversations. So asking questions, asking for comments, saying tag someone who would find this useful or interesting, or send me a DM if you want a little list I put together of helpful tips. The more DMs you can get going, the more people you can be commenting it and engaging with is better. When I've got the bulk of my clients, it's when I had 20 DM conversations going. Now, you do not want to spam people. You don't want to reach out to people just completely out of the blue, but it could start with liking a post, responding to a question, when you answer someone's question, you can do so in a way that, poses your own question or, wants more feedback so you can respond to them even better, where it turns into a conversation and then that could turn into a DM. Sometimes they'll send you a direct message. So it's so much about building that audience. I think Gary Vee has talked about going wide, which is just trying to reach as many people just really briefly, versus going deep, which is, really honing in on an exact specific audience and connecting with them in a certain way that forms a deep and valuable ongoing connection. So to summarize what we have talked about, hashtags are an awesome way to connect with new people. They let new people find our content. 9 to 11 hashtags are best. And you want to think about ones that you have a shot of being in the top 9. So looking some of those up, seeing when you use those hashtags if you appear in the top 9. You want to be following a number of hashtags or users relevant to you, because you can be joining in on the conversation, you can see what's working well, and you can actually be directly engaging with people who are already commenting and engaging with hashtags like video marketing, which is very relevant to myself as a business. So having an effective strategy of just thinking, getting in the mind of your customers and clients, what would they be interested in learning? What are they searching for? What questions do they want answered? And just jumping in there, commenting, asking for DMs. You don't want to push it. You don't want to jump past and just be spamming a lot of people. But forming those relationships and conversations, it's all about, the quality of relationships. I would much rather have 1,000 people who were following me that found value in every single thing that I did, were potential customers, than, 20,000 followers who just casually were interested or, not engaged at all. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Again, please subscribe, click the bell for notifications. I will see you in the next video.